morning. A lot is actually going through my head right now because Melissa and Jordan's message both kind of have to deal with truth or trust. Sorry, trust, and mine is right along the line. No, not at all. It's not really along the line. I was thinking about just throwing it away and like saying, okay, I'll take a 0. Let's focus on that because seriously, I mean, like your message was probably your first in a long time that really hit me, and I don't have any clue why. But I trust that God still has something to say, and but I want to pray first. God, I thank you for how you speak and what you say, and how you line things up, and how you throw curveballs. I pray that you would speak through me. May be brief, may be quick, God, but I pray that people would hear the nuggets in there, the truth. It's in your name. Amen. So I was going to do this whole intro where during my prayer I fall over and then say sorry because it has to do with rest. I'm not doing that. Please? Yeah. But I've actually been really tired lately. It's been crazy November, and I don't know, I think you guys have probably known what that's like. It's 10 days straight of non-stop. My typical week is Monday, work in school, Tuesday, school, Wednesday, work in school, Thursday, school, Friday, work in school, Saturday, work, Sunday, work, church. Yeah, you know. I haven't been a part of No Shave November, but I've been heavily involved with No Break November, just nonstop. But what do we do? Like, what is the answer? How do we deal with this? And the answer is we need to rest. And to know what rest is, to know how to rest, I think the big question is to kind of define what rest is. And I want to start kind of the opposite way and talk about what rest is not. Rest is not laziness. It's not finding excuses to sleep, excuses to hang out with friends and watch movies. That's not rest. It might be sitting around doing nothing, but it isn't rest. Proverbs 20:13 says, "Do not love sleep, or you'll become poor." Proverbs 6:9-11. "How long will you lie down, O sluggard? When will you arise from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. Your poverty will come in like a vagabond, and your needs like an armed man." And Proverbs 19:15 says, "Laziness casts into a deep sleep, and an idle man will suffer hunger." These are all words of wisdom. They're advice to live your life by. They're trying to help us out. And they all talk about poverty coming with laziness, with sleeping, with just taking it easy. And it is something that we all do. Picking the movie over the paper, the afternoon nap when the house is a mess. So we know what rest is not, but what is rest? Webster's dictionary defines rest as to refrain from labor or exertion, to be free from anxiety or disturbance. And I think this is a pretty good illustration, but I would add a few adverbs to it, strategically and intentionally. To strategically and intentionally refrain from labor or exertion, so to be free from anxiety or disturbance. That is my definition of what I think rest is. And then it would be for God. Christian idea of rest, for God. Chapter 23 of Leviticus is setting up holy days and just days and festivals to remember God and to celebrate who He is. And 23:3 says, "For 6 days work may be done, but on the 7th day there is a Sabbath of complete rest, a holy convocation. You shall not do any work. It is a Sabbath to the Lord in all your dwelling." We can see in this that it is set apart intentionally. It's on the 7th day. You can work 6 days, but on the 7th day, there's a Sabbath day of complete rest to the Lord. And one more verse, Genesis 2:2. By the seventh day, God completed his work which he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. God finished creating everything. His work was complete. Then he rested. This helps us, again, to define what rest is. It is something we do after things are completed. It's not in the middle. It's not putting things off. We have done what we needed to do, and then there's time to rest. We make room for it. We plan for it. So I think it's a pretty good idea of what rest is. But why should we even do it? This whole idea of why is pretty short for me. The next verse in Genesis, verse 3, says, Then God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because in it he rested from all his work which God had created and made. God set the seventh day apart. He didn't need to rest. He's God. He can go nonstop. He is resting while he's going. I mean, he set an example for us in that. He wants us to see that he rested on the seventh day. And Mark 2:27, Jesus said to them, The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Again, we need rest, and God knew this. He didn't make the Sabbath to be a day of rest, to be another observance that we have to follow. It's not something we do just because we have to do it. He gave it to us. It's hard for us to just stop and do nothing. He knows that, and he said, Here, I'll make it easy for you. On this day, don't do anything. Take it easy. Focus on me. If rest is to strategically and intentionally refrain from labor or exertion, so to be free from anxiety or disturbance, because God knows we need it, how do we do it? This is the application. And it's really practical. Schedule time weekly to rest. Plan ahead. We get our school schedules and work schedules pretty far in advance. Make sure you complete your work. We put something off to rest. It doesn't free us from anxiety. I don't know if you guys have done that. You've taken the nap. Actually, when I was thinking about this message, I had no clue what I was going to do until Sunday. I took a nap, and I woke up, and I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to talk about. But that's because I was trying to figure it out, and I took a nap, and I just wasted 2 hours doing nothing when I had stuff to do. It wasn't a relaxing time. It wasn't a peaceful time. It wasn't a quiet time. It wasn't a time where my soul was refreshed and I felt renewed, because I had stuff to do, and God talked to me about that. So, we see that all over the place, and so we just need to make time, and it's hard to make time, but we have to do it. And your guys', this is probably applicable to all of you, our day of rest is not Sunday. It's probably one of our busiest days, one of our hardest days. And so if you can, find another day. If you can't find another day, especially in college, designate half a day. It could be Sunday afternoon, it could be Saturday, but when you make the mental decision to set time apart and you have nothing to worry about, you're not thinking about, oh, I still have to finish that paper, oh, I have to write the sermon, oh, I have to call so-and-so. When you set it apart and say, I have nothing to do during this time, it helps out so much. And know that this is for me too. I mean, I got this from being convicted from God on Sunday. It's something he's been speaking to me about for a couple months, but really honed in on me. I can also say that this can work on a smaller scale. Plan your days out. Plan your day, what you have to do. We have to get a certain amount of sleep to kind of function correctly.